What's up, class? Alex here. So, this week, quick announcement. This is week 4 right now, and we're going to pivot into something very different. So, the first 3 weeks of class, you've pretty much learned the fundamentals of public speaking. The first week, you demonstrated how to be informative with your informative speeches on week 2, and you learned or you applied skills to how to be persuasive through a persuasive speech last week during week 3. Now that all of you basically have learned, or for the most part, most of you have basically learned and demonstrated skills related to public speaking, you're going to start applying those skills. So, starting this week on week 4 and next week, you're going to apply those skills in something called workforce based learning. Essentially, you're either going to do a project for me, you're going to do a project for an AI, or you're going to do a project for either yourself or somebody that you know. Essentially, I want you to pretend that you are some type of consultant, whether it's media consulting or architectural consulting or business consulting or anything else like that. Your job for the next 2 weeks is to pretend you're a consultant in an industry and then to have a client that you are going to make deliverables for. Now, if you choose option A to work with the AI, I do have some AI bots that I created on PlayLab AI and Character AI. So if you want to practice this, there's nobody who you can really talk to for this, option A, use the AIs I've kind of designed and talk with them about a certain project that they want or something like that. And you can tailor it to whatever your academic major or your career choice is. Option B is to do something for me. So what I would want all of you to do is to make educational resources for the class. If you go on the discussion board, I have a link to a textbook that I generated, and I essentially need the textbook to be sort of updated with like pictures or slides or summaries or quiz banks and question banks. So option B is like I am your client and you help create educational resources for the class. The third option, option C, is that you pick like a friend or yourself. Some of you gave presentations about entrepreneurship or the importance of doing something yourself. So if you have your own business that you have an idea of, or you have a friend who wants to start a business or anything like that, if you or anybody you know has a project you want to work on, then talk about that. I want you to sort of build upon that. So that way, if the work needs to be more applicable specifically to you, you could do that. So let me sort of recap everything within this last minute. So for the past 3 weeks, all of you have been learning things related to public speaking and to communication in general. Starting this week and next week, you're going to apply those skills in something called workforce-based learning, in which this week, level 1, you interview me or a bot or somebody you know as if you were a consultant and they were a client for you. Because by next week, we're going to jump it up to workforce-based learning level 2, in which you have to create and present a deliverable for them. It'll make more sense if you go into the modules. But if you have any questions or need any help or anything, message me on Canvas inbox and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. A few quick updates. I've pretty much published grades now. I'm still catching up on your speech from last week, but previous assignments have already been graded and published. If you need anything, message me on Canvas inbox. I'll see everybody